guys, it's Bailey. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, a hot minute, a good 4 months. I just got back from VidCon literally today, and I realized that I like YouTube. Whoa. I just haven't had any videos to film. I don't want to just put out there like the same challenge everyone does. I probably will start doing that again, but I'm gonna try to be me. I'm back with the story time because those are my favorite videos. I think those are my favorite videos to watch, and those are my favorite videos to film because I feel like I can learn from it, you can learn from it, we can all laugh about it, whatever, or cry about it. Who knows? I'm doing a story time today about being in a Denny's commercial. I don't know if I'm allowed to be making this video, and Denny's, if I'm not supposed to be saying that it's a Denny's commercial, I'm sorry. I actually hadn't had an audition before this audition for like a good 8 months. Whole story, just like you can learn from it in some type of way. I got into a Denny's commercial, and this is how I got into a Denny's commercial. And it's not just like, oh I did this, easy peasy lemon squeezy. I mean it was, but like it's kind of weird in a sense. To me, at least, and I'm just gonna share it with y'all because why not? I got this audition in April. This is gonna sound like it doesn't correlate, but just like let it correlate. Just like let me be, okay? Since the beginning of March, I had worked out, eating way healthier than I used to, watching when I was eating on like an app. I had a trainer. I was going to the gym every day. So I was trying to be fit. So I was doing this for like a month straight so far. And then I was sitting in English class and my mom texted me. She's like, she wasn't gonna ask me. She already denied this audition before, but my agent actually got the audition too because my mom doesn't, and my agent, momager, total momager alert. And my mom's like, okay, maybe I'll ask Bailey about it. So my mom asked me about it. And the reason she asked me about it is because this commercial was a Denny's commercial, and it basically said, looking for teens to wear a swimsuit. And first of all, if you know me, I'm not super skinny. And I just started working out the month before, and I was feeling a lot better. I was losing weight, but I wasn't like model status, you know? I don't know if it's worth leaving school early, calling out of work, and going to this commercial I know I'm not gonna get. They wanted me to wear a bathing suit to the audition with a cover up over it, be ready to take off the cover up, and I was just like, Another reason that I didn't want to go is because I have this really bad tan. Like, it wasn't a sunburn, it was like a tan and around like that. Do you see that? Okay, you see it. And it's not as bad anymore. It's still there. And I was like, they're not gonna like this, and I don't have a bathing suit that can cover it up. I decided I would go. I leave school early, I call out of work, I'm like, yo, I'm going to a Denny's commercial, super cool, I know. Can't come in, bye. Got in my bathing suit, got in my cover up, and the cover up I was wearing was like a t-shirt dress, so it wasn't like you could see my bathing suit, so I was just like hoping that they wouldn't ask me to take it off. As soon as I walk in to the casting room, there are two beautiful girls standing there with like stick bodies, like beautiful bodies. They're just in their bathing suits, not even like, they're not even wearing something over it. They're in their bathing suits with like a shawl like on the side. Like, you know, I was just like, I walk in, see six-pack abs, and I'm just like, all right, let's turn around. I knew I shouldn't be here, like this isn't for me. I just walk in, I sign my name in, and I'm just sitting there like, Lord, I love you. Please make this worth it. If you haven't been to an audition before, a lot of the times they have a group of people get together and they bring you into the room, and then they explain the improv that they want you to do, and then you go out. So I go in with the group. They were bringing 3 people at a time. I didn't have a group. So by the time that I did have a group, they had to bring another clump of people in, and then so I went in a second time. I didn't have to, but I went in a second time because why not? The reason I'm telling you guys this is because there was a girl in there. This is gonna sound really weird. There was a girl in there, and we made eye contact a few times. I was like, I felt a weird thing. Like, by the way, guys, I'm a psychic. If you guys don't know this, I really feel like something goes on in my life. Like, coincidences are my life. I said that 3 times because they are. It's crazy the amount of things that happen in my life that you just be like, what? And for some reason I knew, like when we made eye contact, it was like either like we knew each other already or like we would know each other. Like it was weird, it's hard to explain, but just listen to me. You're probably wondering why you're watching this. I'm wondering why I'm making it, but let's just continue. Ends up that the guy like was choosing people to go in like the groups together, 3 people, choosing us to be in a group together. And so we end up going in first. It's me, her, and a boy, or another girl. Another girl, I think, actually. Oh, that's weird. We're in the same group. Whatever. So we go in. I wasn't with her when we got out of the audition, but for some reason, when I was with my mom, we walked to the stoplight out there because we had to go parking. We have to like walk all the way down the street. And once we walk all the way down the street, we see her at the stoplight. So we end up talking to her. This sounds weird. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna say her name, Mary. If you ever see this, I hope you don't think this is weird, but we say bye. Oh, like hope I see you at the callback. Like hope we both get a callback. A week later, I end up getting a callback, and at this time I'm in San Diego, and I don't get callbacks for things. Okay, like your girl like tries her hardest to be an actress and whatever, but I don't get callbacks for things. I don't even get cast for things. Like nothing happens to me. This is weird. Like I don't get callbacks, and I got a callback for a bathing suit thing. Oh yeah, also to let you know, in the audition I didn't actually end up having to take off my dress, so I just wore my dress, and I was like, whew. Woo, I'm safe. They didn't have to see my body. So when I got the callback, I was like, oh, yikes. They didn't see my body. But I was still going to be in San Diego for a couple more days. So I was like, do I go to the callback? Because the callback, they said, was for sure you would have to be in your bathing suit. And I was like, do I want to be in my bathing suit in front of people? Like, I don't know if I want to do that. And as an actor, you got to be open to everything. Like you don't turn things down. For me, I hadn't done acting in a while. I hadn't done any of those things. This is just a commercial. I don't even know if it's gonna be worth it, because like once I take off my clothes, it'll be like, oh, okay, bye. I'm talking really down on myself, but it's just, you see the people that are in commercials and on magazines wearing bathing suits, and then they're just like, not me. My mom and I end up going the next day, driving from San Diego 4 hours to LA. I think it was 4 hours, maybe 3. Anyway, traffic. We get to the callback like 2 hours early. We got there early because we didn't know how long if the traffic would be and whatnot. So we end up playing out of park for like an hour, and then we sign in. It ends up being too early, so we go to a Starbucks down the street a couple blocks. Guess who walks into the Starbucks a couple blocks down, like down an hour before our call time or whatever? Yes, Mary walks in. It's not her name, but we're calling her Mary. This is, my psychic moments are happening, and I see Mary, I'm like, Mary, girl, congrats, you got a call back too. She was like, oh my gosh, you did too, that's awesome. Hopefully we get to go in together. We're like talking, whatnot. She gets her Starbucks. It's not like right next to the building, so it was weird that out of all the people that were getting a call back, all the people who walked in, it was her, and I was just like, this is weird, like this is weird. By the way, before we got to the callbacks, my mom and I ended up going shopping and finding swimsuits that I could wear that would cover up my really bad tan. So I got a halter bikini that covered up my tan. Yeah, I'm devious, it happens, I did that. We did the same thing we did for the audition, except for the fact telling me to take off my clothes. So here I am in a room of men with 2 other kids, and I'm just like stripping down, which wouldn't be weird if I was like, I don't know, like on a beach or at a pool or whatever, but when you're in a room with like guys that are just staring at you and you're just like, yeah, let me take off my clothes so you can judge my body, like it doesn't feel great. We do our scene, whatnot, then like they're like, okay, thanks, bye. And so we have to casually like walk over and awkwardly like put our clothes back on while these guys are still standing there like judging what we just did. And I'm just like, okay, this is awesome, like great. I think I totally forgot to suck in my stomach, so I must have just been standing there like the whole time. Like, we're driving home. And we get like in an hour into the drive, and all of a sudden my agent emails us and she's like, Bailey, you're on a veil. And I'm like, what? My brother's been in a couple commercials before, and he's been on a veil before. I'm not my brother, and I've never been put on a veil before. I act, but I don't actually act. I don't actually do things. I've been in a couple short films, whatnot, like, calm down, Bailey, you're getting so much work. Did I actually remember to suck in my stomach? Like, I don't know. How did I get in a veil? If you don't know what that means, it means to make sure you're available on the dates that they're shooting, because it's basically down between you and one other person or a few other people. And by the way, anybody watching this who's like been in the movies or does acting and is like, I go to callbacks all the time, well, good for you, I don't. So I'm like sitting there the next day at a baseball game, and my mom gets the call from my agent, and I'm just like, what's going on? And it's just a commercial, I know, but at the same time, I'm like, what's going on? And for me, it was weird because I had literally given up on acting, and I had just started working out, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm not gonna act anymore. I didn't say I'm not gonna act anymore, but I wasn't into it as much. I wasn't taking acting classes. I wasn't like worried about when my next audition was gonna be. I didn't care anymore. Honestly, I gotta tell you the secret. Okay, when we were in the audition, the main guy that was auditioning was like, let's ask all the guys if they can do backflips into the pool. And so the guy that was next to me in my callback, when they asked him, he said no. And I go, I can. And they're like, oh, you can? I was like, yeah, I was a gymnast. And so I honestly think that if I didn't say that I could do a backflip into the pool, one of those other perfect body, pretty girls would have gotten it. Fun tip, always say you can do something, even if you can't. I was like, I don't think I can do it, but I'm gonna say I can because I'll practice it before. But make sure you can figure it out. It can't be something like impossible. The call sheet comes out a couple days later, and I look on the call sheet, and guess who's on the call sheet? There's only there's only three girls that got it. So it's 3 girls, 3 boys. The other girl that got it, minus the other girl, was Mary. Mary got it with me out of all the people there. It was me and Mary. And I'm just like, girl, me and Mary, I knew it. Like I had the weird, like I knew psychic vibes. I end up being the one person that was like actually in the shot that was wearing literally no clothes. I'll link the commercial down below because it's out now on YouTube. I think it's gonna start playing because I think I just got paid for it, so whooped. And you'll see it and you'll be like, Bailey, you were in it for 0.2 seconds. And I'll be like, yeah, I was. I know I'm a star. Denny's, bow down to me. It was freezing cold. I've never been colder in my entire life. They keep making me jump into the pool, get out so that I look wet because it just like, I look like a rat. Like actually, it's so bad. My biggest fears are out for everyone to see. Even though you can't see much of me, you can see everything that I hate about myself. In the commercial, you see Bailey being a wet, fat, white albino dog because they kept making me jump into the water and get soaking wet, run and sit on the Denny's booth. And since I was so cold, I forgot that when I sit down, I get some rolls going on. Bailey's sitting there with her albino back facing the camera. Her rolls like out because you can like kind of see on the side. So I'm like really big compared to the people in front of me. There's like the way it's angled. I look really big with my rolls and I'm really white. And then my hair is like all stringy and wet. And I'm sitting there freezing, like pretending that it's like hot summer. And I have to like run away and stuff. And oh my God, basically I'm making this video to tell you about my psychicness, but also tell you that, you know, sometimes you don't want to do something. Sometimes something just doesn't seem like your thing, or it doesn't seem like it's gonna work out. You never know. Life, you literally never know what's gonna happen. Why not do something that I'm just like too lazy or convinced won't work out? I mean, as long as it's safe and whatever, but like, why not try? If I had never gone to that first audition, I would have never gone to the callback. I would have never gotten the commercial, and I would never be making bank right now. I'm not making bank right now still, but I do have some more money in the bank that I didn't and wouldn't if I didn't try it out. Even though I was afraid to show myself in front of people, my body, I ended up being on camera and being the one person that was literally not wearing any clothes. I don't know why they chose that. I don't know why they did that. I didn't end up backflipping into the pool because I told them I couldn't, and they were just like, okay, whatever. So I still got in there and I didn't even have to do a backflip, so it worked out in the long run. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is, do you go outside of your comfort zone, go outside of your box, do things that make you uncomfortable, not too uncomfortable, but you know, you never know what's gonna happen, you never know who you're gonna meet, what you're gonna experience, or how good something will turn out. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and comment down below what is something that happened to you that ended up being better than you thought it was gonna be. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Let's get to 20,000 subscribers since I'm gonna start uploading hopefully every Sunday now, or every something, I don't know, this might be coming up on a Monday, I don't know, we'll see, every week, let's say. at some point. Be sure to follow me on my Instagram at Bailey Stillwell to keep up with me while I am not posting. I'm gonna start posting on Instagram more. You can follow me on Snapchat. I post kind of daily depending on what I'm doing. It's also Bailey Stillwell, and you can follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna start tweeting more as well. Bailey Stillwell. Love you. Bye.